I myself am a very, very serious person. I pride myself on being the most serious person here on planet Earth. Sometimes I am so serious that people come to me and they ask me, like, hey, dude, why are you so serious all of the time? And then I say to them, like, I am, the most serious person here on Earth. And yada yada yada, some more other reasons. I don't know if you got it, but that was a bit of a sarcasm. What I wanted to say is like, you, or at least if you want, this is of course what I think is, if you want to have a really more fun life, being serious all of the time isn't really gonna help you with achieving and living through a fun life. Of course, if you really like a serious life, then you should totally go for it. But this video, I'd like to explain why being serious is actually not so fun at all. And a few examples. So the first example is, imagine a person that's working in a profession that prides himself on, being very, very good in that profession, and is a very serious person. Any other person that meets this person will, of course, be amazed by the seriousness of this person, but after a while, it gets kind of not so fun to hang out with this person because they're serious, like, not saying in a dramatic way, but they're serious all the time. And also, I think a consequence of being serious all the time is that you sometimes become less self-aware. So have you ever noticed that serious people tend to really pride on whatever it is that they do, and they think that whatever it is that they're doing is like serious to an extent of level that they are changing the world. But if you look at it, from the outside, you kind of think like, yo, that's really not the case. What they're doing is, of course, maybe they're doing way better than you or me, but what they're doing, they're not doing anything that's life changing for the greater humankind. They will, just like you and me, live through life. We'll get to our 80s, maybe 90s, or maybe I've heard that our generation, or at least the younger generation, will maybe also reach ages higher than 100, but they will die at the same time as us. And they will be buried in the grave at the same moment, in the same way as us. These people that have lived through life, like, constantly serious and about worrying about frivolous matters, I don't think that's really a good way of living life, right? You've kind of wasted your life by being so serious all of the time. And a consequence of being people that are serious all of the times, they are less self-aware, more one-dimensional, so they cannot really take, a bit of a banter. And I really don't think that's a fun way to go through life. I kind of think the reason why we are, why many people are, of course, so serious in life is because we were born in this world, and to have a kind of a good life, we were trained from a young age to do well in the studies, get a job, and then hopefully get a job that pays kind of well. And then with the job, you can you get paid, and with the money that you earn, you can have a nicer life. That is good. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't be serious. never. There are certain moments in me, in our lifetime that we have to be a bit more serious. For example, when you're a student, you're graduating high school and you're in university in your final years. Of course, those moments require a bit of effort from your side to be a bit more serious, focused on your studies and stuff like that. But there are also a lot of moments where it is really, really not needed to be so serious all that time. And being so serious all the time is also really, really tense for yourself and for the people that you hang out with. And if you really look at it from the greater picture, is like, why would you want to go through life being so serious all the time? Sometimes it's really good to just take a step back, let some banter get over you, and be a little bit more goofy, right? I think nowadays a lot of people are like, yeah, a bit too tense. And I'm not sure if they know it themselves or this is how they want to live life, but I kind of think that that's not really a fun way of living life, right? I think the whole point of being born and on this planet, living life, is to have a bit more fun. And I'm not saying you should go travel the world and then you should do a lot of extreme sports or extreme activities to have fun. But I just mean going through life when you're studying, when you go to your professional work careers, when you hang out with other people, just be a bit more goofy. That's all. And I do think that if you can live in that kind of way, life sometimes, well, not sometimes, I think in general, life would be better. And of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be serious, which I also pointed out, but some people are like serious a bit too long at like almost any moment in their life. And I'm just saying you should be serious about during certain moments in your life. And of course, you can also still be serious while having a longer, how do you call it? A longer time frame of things that you want to achieve in your life, right? Because of course, everyone has dreams, and to be able to realize your dreams, you work hard towards it. But I'm not saying that during that path of working towards your dream, you should be serious all the time. There are a few defining moments when you work towards your dream, and then that will require some of your attention and dedication and a bit more focus. But within it's not 24/7. There are enough moments that that during that phase, that whatever it is that you want to achieve, you can loosen up a little bit. And I think that's great, because that is kind of also what makes everything a bit more fun to do. And in general, being seriousness, I think sometimes correlates also with stress, and we've all read the research about having stress. Stress is not that good for you, has a lot of negative factors. So it's a plus plus, right? A plus plus in terms of not being so serious all of the time. And the reason why I'm saying this is I think there are a lot of people that can do well by not being so serious 24/7. Take a step back and then look at the world with a bit more of a, I would say this goofy eyes, with more like rainbowy fun eyes, instead of like, oh yeah, this is not good, this is not good. I need to do this, I need to that, I need to focus on all those kind of things. Of course, it's important to focus on the things that you want to achieve, but try to do it in a more kind of a goofy manner. Um, and I think if you do it like that, then um, life is a bit more fun for all of us, not only for yourself, but also for the peers that you hang out with. Likewise, I kind of think that um, I can be goofy sometimes. No, wait, I am goofy most of the times. Sometimes I think I might be a bit too goofy on some occasions, which require me to be a bit more serious. But I do think that by being a bit more goofy, people also like to hang out with you a bit more because they notice that, yeah, it's, I guess it's something like it's more relaxed to hang out with you instead of hanging out with some guy that's like constantly, very serious, belittling you, and then taking pride in everything that they do. And of course, you can have pride, but put in some humor and goofiness, I would say, right? Life is, um, yeah, we were all born without a goal, and we're defining our goal itself. So might as well we enjoy the process of reaching our goal with a bit more fun and a bit less seriousness. Of course, some seriousness is good, but not too much. So I think, yeah, that's what I want to say in this video. Have a great one.